Hey everybody, welcome back to Divine Daily. I'm Elder Carlette Beasley and we've been talking about survival. And today we will look at the testimony of Daniel. And this is another familiar one that many already know. Daniel was appointed by the king as an administrator and supervisor of the high officials. Daniel impressed the king so much that the king wanted to place Daniel over the entire empire. The other administrators and officials didn't like this, and they targeted Daniel. They began plotting on a way to discredit Daniel. They knew the only way to get to him was through his God. They went to the king and coerced him to sign a law that would cause anyone praying to anyone other than the king to be thrown into the lion's den. Daniel was faithful in his work, but he was also faithful to his God. Daniel heard about the law, but continued with his normal routine of praying 3 times a day in front of his window. The officials saw Daniel praying and asking God for help and went to the king and told him. The king didn't want to harm Daniel, but because he signed the decree, he had to, and Daniel was arrested and thrown into the lion's den. The king himself fasted that night and couldn't sleep. The next morning, when the king went to check on Daniel, he was found in the lion's den without even a scratch. The king then ordered that the men who tricked him and their families be thrown into the lion's den, and they were attacked and killed immediately. Daniel's situation looked hopeless, but he trusted God. He didn't know that God was going to send an angel to shut the mouths of the lions, but he trusted God. Your situation may feel hopeless, like there is nothing anyone can do, but you too can trust God. Know that God is fighting for you even when it doesn't feel like it. He can rescue you from circumstances that seem impossible. You will survive this. I think one of the most important parts of Daniel's testimony was the fact that Daniel's deliverance resulted in God's name being made known throughout the entire kingdom because the king made a law that everyone feared Daniel's God. Like I said before, God can rescue you from circumstances that seem impossible, but it may also be circumstances like that causes God's name and power to be known in the earth. Thanks again for joining me today. Read Daniel's testimony and make sure you come back tomorrow so we can wrap up our chat on survival.